All right, WoW gamers, this is a PSA. Season 2 is here. That means we're all going to be gaming some degenerate hours. But remember, you are not as young as you used to be. I am not as young as I used to be. I have a real life. Lucky for me, I was already in the gym filming some stuff for clients. So this is a public service announcement. While you are gaming, move. The human body is designed to move. I'm going to give you some techniques and some tools that will really help you, because you don't need to go for an hour-long walk and actually miss your dungeon queue. You can actually get a little bit of movement, a little bit of health while you are playing the game. Here's what you actually need to understand as core concepts. There have been many studies over the last decade and more proving that we need intermittent movement more than we need one duration. So for example, if you do an hour-long session in the morning, which, let's be real, it's season 2, so we're not doing that, but even if you did, and then you sit down for 12 hours, you're not actually getting as much benefit as if you didn't go to the gym and actually split that throughout the day. But what does that actually mean for you functionally? Doesn't matter how fit you are, just make sure that you're not sitting statically. You can do anything here. If you were in a chair, you watch me do this on stream. You can change your posture. You can cross your legs out in front of you. You can actually just kind of sit up, put your leg up, put it up, relax it. You can also, this is what I'd actually recommend, aside from just moving in your chair and doing different stretches in your chair and moving, what you're really after is something called spinal rotation. We need thoracic rotation, which is basically our spine just moving left to right, because we're in this very static posture here. And if all I did was put my arm above my head, then I'm not going to be generating a ton of motion and rotation. Rotation is the body's language of healing and chemical catalyst. So what we want to do is, if you possible, stand up. And if you're fit enough, just stand up. You can do some air squats, you can do those things, but here's what I'd like to show you in today's video. You're going to take your right leg back, and you're going to tell your body that you are prepared, because it's not Burning Crusade anymore, and it's been 20 years. So really, we have to let that go. Right leg back, left leg forward. Get into basically a martial arts stance, and do this according to your own level of fitness. I love doing this. From here, take your right hand and punch. And you're just gonna punch. If you're feeling very tight, and this is a lot already, and this is a big ask for you, then just stay here and just kind of chill. You don't have to bounce that much, but start moving left to right. And that's that punch, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. If you are a little bit fitter and you can go for it, then by all means, generate some more motion. But this only works if it isn't perceived as a threat. It cannot be perceived as a threat. And so basically, if it's a lot and you're like twisting rapidly, but your brain is also not that balanced, and you go, whoa, it's not gonna work. So at your own level, just twist and punch. The way I would do it here is that I would be twisting and punching. And then from here, I'm gonna be like, yo, that guy over there, he's getting too close and he showered recently. So I'm gonna take a hook, and then I just hook him. And then we're gonna basically go over here. I don't condone violence, but you know, the real world is scary. So then we're just basically throwing hooks. This is accomplishing all the things that we actually need to get that shoulder moving, to get you feeling better. It's mobility, it's cardio, it's all of the buzzwords you'd like to use for the best of those understandings. But the idea is that we're doing this. You can lightly do it. You can really go for it. You can actually try to knock somebody out. Any of them work, according to your own level. And then from here, go uppercuts. Anybody who's worked with me knows this is one of my absolute favorite warm-ups. We do this all the time, very consistently, because we're getting all of the motion that we need. Now again, you can kind of shorten this. You can actually uppercut as if you were trying to hurt someone, or you can just prairie dance, because it's the same thing. It's kind of depending on what's fun for you. But now let's keep this going. So you should feel your heart rate coming up now. Depending on your level of fitness, it might be very high, it might be kind of high. But this right here is a great routine, because we're getting your hips moving, we're getting your shoulders moving, and we're accomplishing the rotation while also basically just doing martial arts. So then we go back, and you would simply do round 2. Takes a few minutes in between dungeons, once or twice a day. You get up, twist, move. I should do this more when I stream. Instead of just doing air squats, make sure that we twist. You can apply the same logic for your legs if you are fit enough to do so. Here's an extra bonus. You can basically move across the body, but we want to look for rotation. And so you're seeing that my left shoulder is meeting my right leg, instead of, for example, just a front kick. Because a front kick is cool, and that's not a bad motion, or like a knee is cool. But I would really like to get some rotation in here. Even if it's same side rotation, I could do these. It's not about the perfect exercise. It's just about moving. See, my heart rate's already a little bit up. I've just finished my workout. But this is just a little video explaining, hey, get up and move. Walk to the fridge, get a glass of water, right? some ice cream if you'd really like. It's not about being perfect, but just throughout the day, try to move. You will feel much better. Even after those 5 minutes, I'm like, wow, wow, look at that. I feel significantly lighter, feel better. And movement is supposed to make you feel good, especially if you are actually working out. It's not supposed to be painful. You're actually supposed to go, wow, I have more energy for my day. So, notes for the future. Anyways, figured I would just record this real fast before I go home and start gaming Dungeons degenerately. Bye.